back to the channel. We are James and Kelly, and we are converting this Ram ProMaster into a tiny home on wheels.
In today's episode, we are building our bed.
This bed is so exciting to put in because it extends from a full all the way to a short king, so it gives James enough space to be able to lay fully inside of our van. What the heck?
Some wind. It's so windy today. We will also be building our underbed storage, including a nice closet for us to use inside of our living area.
All right, let's go. Because our bed is going to be a fixed bed, we are going to have a lot of room for storage underneath the bed. We plan to have a garage area that will open up from the back and we'll just store a bunch of random stuff. But in the living space, we want to be able to have a closet and a spot for our cat's food and water. Board is cut and ready to be installed. This is all we're going to do for today. It's about 7 o'clock at night and we need to eat dinner before we teach classes tomorrow.
Nice job, Kelly.
Thank you.
High five.
Yes.
That's super hard to do holding the camera. Kelly is almost done with our closet, so I'm going to start working on the bed frame. We're going to have some bedposts that span the length of our van, and to do that we thought we needed some strength. So we went ahead and bought these Scorva beams. We bought 2 of these. They're made out of steel and they're adjustable, so you can change the length that you need from them, which is perfect for us because we can then spread them out to the width that we need them to be. These normally come with little attachments that kind of hook onto it, but because of how they are attached to the wall, we can't use them. So because we're not using the ones that would normally come with these, I am going to make my own. And now we know that Kelly cannot leave me alone to do my own projects because I did not record making these, but I have made all of these supports for our Scorva beams. They kind of fit on just like that, so they hook on. And these will be screwed to our side boards for the Scorva beams to sit on. I made these by using the router to router out this indent, and then I used the arm saw to cut in to make the room for these metal sides to sit into it. And then I finish it off with the bandsaw to cut out the corners. For our first bedpost that we're putting in, that's going to also be the top part of our wall that separates our garage from our living area. We are going to be using these stud holders, these are made for like decks to hold studs, but we are using this because this is like an easy way for us to get this stud in and out when we want to, and it also provides a lot of strength for it because it has a bunch of attachment points that go into our wall, and then like 2 inches of holding space underneath. There are 2 different types that you can use. For the back, we're going to be using the easy one, which you attach by just putting it under. We're going to screw in the holes on the side, and then there's these that go right behind the stud on the edge. So I have to mark where this goes and then get it into the correct spot where I want it. Door number 2 in.
The fun part is we still haven't figured out a way for me to get in the bed at night because we also have a 10-inch mattress that we're putting on top of this. I'm going to have to be doing a workout. Yeah, strong. This is definitely not secured in yet, but holds my weight.
And the best part about doing it this way is they come out still. Perfect.
2 more. I am so excited to be able to install the closet that I made. Having the closet in really makes our space so much smaller because with the back we could move around and there wasn't really a good perspective or idea of what it would look like once our bed is in and that part is just closed off. And with the closet in, this is how much space we have. So this is our kitchen area, the closet. James will be making the bed right up here. So this whole area is going to be covered in a permanent bed. And then up here is our couch. The couch is done and built. We are just polishing all the slats and stuff. So it's just an empty box right now. But that is seriously everything right here. Isn't that crazy? Wow. It's really big, really small. It's also very windy out today. But nice. Better than the cold that we've been having. Pressures keep going. Closet. I don't even have that many clothes that I wear, but we got a spot for them. Yeah.
Good job, babe. I know we just screwed in and installed our cabinet here, but I had to uninstall it because I wanted to put a face on it. What we're going to have is on this left side, we'll have a closet that will have a sliding door that goes into this space and then slides to cover it. And in order to make this look prettier, because I don't want to just see this plywood edge, I've built a face, and it also provides a stop or a walling for the edge right here. So to attach the face to our closet, I did go through and put pocket holes on the sides. It will be pretty difficult to get a screw in because of the tight space, but I think there is enough space to screw it on, and then we can fully permanently keep this inside our van. With the closet put in, it is finally time to put together our entire bed. I'm starting here in the front. Our front support is just a 2x4, and on top of that I have this pine board that runs across. This will be where all of our stationary slats attach to, and what I want to do is fully secure this in so it can't move or jump out while we're driving. To do that, I'm just screwing in the 2x4 to our 2x4 holders that we've put in on the sides. And this will keep our 2x4 completely stationary, and we'll have a nice and secure wall, or top of a wall. The next board I'm going to put in is basically the face board for this 2x4 to hide the ugliness of the 2x4 and to make it look like we have this solid wall right here. It's just a piece of 1/2 inch plywood that we've painted on one side, And I had to router out the edges so it could fit around the 2x4 holders, and now it just slides in right between the 2x4 and our countertops. This is our backboard that we're going to put up. I have made a board that it sits on. This board sits on the side supports for our bed. This will keep our mattress from falling out. But first thing I need to do is secure it to this underneath board, and then put some L brackets on the side to secure it from falling out. But it keeps on wanting to move.
Okay, I'll hold it.
Our stationary slats are 3 inches wide, and we're spacing them 3 inches apart, so our movable slats will slide right in between them.
Most of the slats are screwed in now. And one thing that we definitely have to figure out is a way for me to get into the bed because of how high up it is. But currently my situation is to just like lift myself up like this. Not all of them are secure, but let's turn. Now to secure the final 4 and move on to the movable slats. Final screw of the last stationary board, and then we basically have a bed.
Here we go.
Woo-hoo!
Look at that.
We got a bed.
Ow.
It didn't hurt that bad. This is a lot softer than the corner of these pieces. Nice work, James.
Yeah.
You did an excellent job planning it and executing all of it. And I did a great job cutting all of the slats. And polying them. I'm so happy. We are so close to moving into the van.
Let's put the movable pieces out of there.
Yay, movable pieces time. And then maybe we can get our mattress in today.
15 inches.
Getting down. It's a lot harder to get up than it is to get down. That takes up so much of the van.
It's going to take up just a little bit more too. This is the face of our bed here, and it'll also be a movable piece that will go over our countertops. Now it's time to put this in and attach it to all of our movable slats. I can do it all the way at the right, not the left. Take 4. How I've planned this to work is these movable slats will be right in between our stationary slats. They'll attach to our front face board, which we'll be able to pull out and push back in. And then I'll also have a floating wood piece right here that all of them will attach to, so they all stay where they belong to and kind of like stay in the same position. So now what we need to do is pre-drill for all of our movable slats where they need to go.
both slats are in, and now to test it to see if they can slide in and out.
So I thought this would be a problem from the beginning because we had the problem with our couch, and I put spacers in our couch, which I just used some washers to do that. And I think we'll have to do the same thing here. We need to separate the wood that holds all of the movable slats together so it doesn't push it onto the supports using the stationary slats. It's kind of a weird thing to do, but what it does, it just sandwiches it down, makes it super hard to move. So it just gives it a lot more friction that way. I cut a bunch of squares that we're going to use as spacers from your utility ply. They're about 1/8 of an inch thick, so that'll give us 1/8 of an inch space. Push it all the way to one side.
Alrighty. It works. Definitely have to keep it straight. But hey. We got a movable bed.
Nice.
Look how big that is. Holy cow.
It's a giant bed.
That is so big. Now, okay, we're going to have to get on from this side. There's going to be a mattress, but it's pretty sturdy. Oh, okay. Holy cow.
Lay down.
This is a big bed.
Lay down on your big old bed.
It's going to work. But the real question is, are you going to fit? If we fell, that would be so terrible.
It's gonna be so cozy. 10 inches minus off of that. We'll be sleeping.
Yeah,
Hopefully no one flinches up when they're sleeping.
Yeah, we might not be able to sleep on that side. That's the cat's area.
Okay.
Head touches. Feet also touch. Plus, you're gonna have like the door, so you can go back a little bit.
Well, we'll be above this. I definitely will need to put a little shelf
On this, so my pillow can hang on it.
We have a bed! This is great. Good job, James.
Wow. Well, we're gonna make this a little bit stronger with some L brackets.
Yeah, we need to secure the back board a little bit more. And the front board. And then the bed's done, isn't it?
Then bed is done. The bed is fully completed, so now we're going to go back to working on our underbed storage. I am installing our pocket door that'll go right here where our closet will be. Our pocket door, instead of doing the regular pocket door hardware that I did for our partition wall, I instead just screwed in a aluminum track at the bottom, which this door will slide in and out of, and then up at the top I have our face board that will hold it in. We have made this door that goes in. We put a nice stained piece in the middle like we did for the upper parts because we think that this will just make it look a lot nicer and it gives us a nice pop of color. On the top and bottom of the door, I indented them in to fit into the grooves. And then I also added some felt at the bottom to make it slide easier. Gonna slide it up. And one. There we go. Okay. Good. Doesn't matter which is top and which is bottom.
Okay.
Wow. It's actually already at 10 inches. Right. Full-size bed? No, it felt so big.
Our bed is finished and fully installed. I absolutely love it, just like I love everything else inside of our van. having the bed in definitely shows us that our van living space is a lot more condensed and a lot more cozy than it was without the bed in.
Our bed has the awesome expandable feature, so it gives us a nice amount of space to lay down and sleep at night. And also our underbed storage fits perfectly inside and gives us a lot more storage space, even a small closet.
Yeah, so hopefully this video helps you if you're working on building out a fixed bed inside of your van and you want a little bit of extra storage underneath and have a short king size bed, because that is a huge amount of bed space.
Yeah. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to check out our entire van build series, and soon to come, our van travels.
We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye. It's a lot harder now.